All right, everybody, PBJ coming at you right now, and I want to talk about The Lord of the Rings. Yes, The Lord of the Rings. Now, this past weekend kicked off Warner Brothers re-releasing the films in their extended edition versions at theaters nationwide. And I have to say, this was amazing. So I went to my local AMC theater. Some theaters out there did have the option and were doing events where they were running the full trilogy back to back, which is about a 12-hour plus-ish, some minutes runtime. Epic. Don't know if I could have pulled that off or would have wanted to. Maybe it would have been kind of cool, but I did not have that option regardless. AMC was not offering that type of situation there. However, this past Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, the 16th, 17th, and 18th of January, 2026, today's the 19th, I did watch The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. And I have to say, it was absolutely fantastic. You can see I have Lord of the Rings playing right here in the background right there. That is Warner Brothers channel. They're streaming live. And yeah, just wanted to have that for a little bit of context here on, right there, you can see Minas Tirith scenes right here, and man, from Return of the King, and it was just absolutely fantastic. This film blew me away. All three films blew me away. Not the first time I've seen them, of course. I've seen them countless amounts of times. Warner Brothers did this theatrical re-release of the extended editions because 2026 marks 25 years since The Fellowship of the Ring was released. Now, down to the calendar, year, it's December 2026, but I guess since we just hit 2026, Warner Brothers did this theatrical re-release of the extended edition versions to mark the 25th anniversary for this year, which is still really awesome. It's really cool. So I don't know anybody that's nitpicking like, it's not 25 years till December. Yeah, we know it's not 25 years technically until December, but it is this year that would be 25 years. And it's a phenomenal event. If you have an opportunity, I think they're still running this for maybe another week in theaters. And if you have an opportunity to go, I would definitely check it out. It's amazing, especially if for some reason you have not seen these films ever. I want to say, first of all, that they extremely hold up very, very well. They did not age poorly at all. These aged very well. These are films. This is not just a movie. These are films. This is cinema at its absolute greatest. And they hold up big time. They don't age poorly. They aged like wine, very fine. They aged very well. Okay. So again, I do have memories. I did see each of these films when they originally released in 2001, 2002, 2003, December of those years. Very vivid memories of The Fellowship of the Ring, December of 2001. And I was absolutely hooked and I was amazed. And I was even more so blown away by watching them again in theaters right now. It's just absolutely amazing and fantastic. And not just the visuals. And as you can see some of this, again, this is kind of like 1080p, hopefully playing right here. And you can definitely see it's crisp. It looks good. But man, on the theater big screen, it looked absolutely phenomenal. The scenes that are playing out right here in Return of the King, which is what I saw last night, amazing. Just because Minas Tirith is such a beautiful white stone city, contrasted by the green plains and things. It just looked beautiful. It looks amazing. And on the big screen, it looked even better. Gandalf the White, he popped out of the screen. It looks so crisp, like you see him right here. It was amazing. It was absolutely phenomenal. Such a treat to be able to see these in theater again after 25 years. Amazing. Okay. And I still saw fans there, and I've read somewhere that it's still, and it's limited release right now has already done 5 million at the box office, which is, for a 25-year-old movie, that's insane. So, and it's not even done. It's still running for like another week. So absolutely phenomenal. Great job. These films are art. They're a masterpiece and a masterclass in film. I don't call them movies. These are films. You see something and it earns that title. It's a film. I know all movies are films. Yeah, I know, but they're not all films though. These are films. These are not just movies. The stories, the characters, the development, the everything about it. Now, what I really wanted to talk about was, yes, the movies look great. Okay. They look great right here. You know, you can see they look fantastic. They look amazing. But in the theater, they did look absolutely phenomenal. But what I really wanted to talk about and why I think you should go watch them again in theaters if you have an opportunity, or at least one of them, your favorite one. Personally, I think my favorite is between Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers, probably leaning more towards the Fellowship of the Ring, but I do love Two Towers. Return of the King is my least favorite of the three, but again, still an amazing film. If I have to have a least favorite and put one at number 3, it's probably Return of the King, even though it's amazing. So, but again, what I really want to kind of point out and discuss here, why I think it's worthwhile to go see them in theaters again, it's the sound. It's the audio. You will be blown away. I'm talking about the clanging of steel swords and armor, the neighs of the battle horses, the roar of the Balrog, the screeching of the Nazgul, the music, the orchestra, the instruments, the choir, the sound effects, and as a whole, blew me away. I'm talking about at certain points when the Nazgul's shrieking, you're like, you're right there. See how he's flying. I mean, you're almost covering your ears with the characters. When the Balrog roars, the theater rumbles. When Gandalf, you shall not pass. I mean, it is a complete immersion. I don't know, like I don't necessarily have a home surround sound theater system. I know. Most average people probably don't. And watching these films like from your TV speakers, it's way different. Go see it in theaters. It will absolutely blow you away. The audio is what did it for me. It was incredible. All right. Just to be that much more immersed into the story in the film. And AMC, my local AMC, did it right. Yeah, they gave them one of the far back theaters because this is a re-release. It's not a new release movie. But the theater that they gave them, sometimes when movies have been out for a while or they re-release, they give them the really tiny, crappy auditorium. AMC did not do that with this movie. I sat in the same auditorium, the same seat each night. Because I pre-purchased my tickets and chose my seats and everything, but they chose the auditorium. They put it in an auditorium with still a very gigantic movie theater screen, which was probably medium sized. Probably wasn't one of their biggest ones for their fresh releases, but it was definitely not their smallest. Sometimes you go to the theaters and a movie's been out a while, and then you get this tiny auditorium, tiny screen in comparison, right? No. And then sometimes I've been to some AMCs and the audio is kind of weird. Like the dialogue sounds a little bit lower and more muffled than some of the sound effects. So it makes it hard to hear what they're saying. No, the auditorium that they put these 3 films in for me, it was top tier excellent. The audio was crisp, perfect. The dialogue, superb. And again, just the overall general sound effects, music, everything dealing with the audio about these films is what truly blew me away. And that's, I think, the true immersive experience that you get when you go see these films in the theater. Much different. I watch them over and over and over again on HBO Max. And I have to say, this was nothing like that. I watch them on different size TVs in the house that have different speakers and everything. And watching it in theater again after 25 years, it gave a whole fresh new life to these films. I can't say enough. It was excellent. Excellent. All right. And shout out to my beautiful wife, Eliana, for attending each of these films with me. She was a fan too. And having seen them for the first time in theater, I think it blew her away also. So it was something really special for us and made for a really cool, like series of trilogy of date nights. So it was really awesome. And I just can't, if you have an opportunity, if you see this video within the next week while they're still out, go check it out. It's amazing. The Lord of the Rings, my all-time favorite movie trilogy, but my all-time favorite film story, my all-time favorite story in general, books, film, you know, it's truly amazing. All right. Definitely check it out if you get an opportunity to in the theaters. All right. Anyway, PBJ's out. Peace. 10 out of 10 means what it means. All right. Peace.